This is the plaintiff, Frank Jackson. He says he and the defendant dated, and he ended up buying an air conditioner for the apartment they shared so they could stay cool. Unfortunately, their relationship became rocky and she threw him out, started a relationship with another guy, and now they are both enjoying the cool air with the air conditioner he purchased. Outrageous. He's suing for $150, the cost of the unit. This is the defendant, Christina Forero. She says the plaintiff was very sweet in the beginning, like all men when they start out. Shortly after he moved in, he did buy them an air conditioner as a gift they both used to stay cool in the hot summer months. But once he became abusive and tried to smother her with a pillow, she kicked him out and got an order of protection. Owe him for the gift he bought while they were dating? Preposterous. She's accused of being cold. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for harassment and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Frank Jackson?
Yes,
you are suing Christina Forero, okay, for $150, an air conditioner, and you're also suing her to return a fan that you say she owes you for and must return to you. You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000 for pain and suffering and harassment. Tell me what's going on.
She had an air conditioner in the apartment that wasn't putting out very well. That I felt like I buy her another one.
Okay, hold on one second. Before you get there, you two were dating?
Yeah.
Okay, how long had you been dating?
About 2 years.
Oh, okay. And then were you living in that apartment?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
I would stay there in the evening, sometimes at night.
Did you have your own apartment?
No.
Where else would you stay when you didn't stay there?
I'd probably be staying in my truck or over my mother's.
Okay, so you were probably living there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
not exactly living there, though. You know, I wouldn't be there in the day.
According to you, he was living there. Yes or no?
He lived with me. I'm getting over my laryngitis. Pardon me.
Okay. Okay, so go on. In any event, you were either living there or you weren't, but you were definitely dating her.
Yes.
And then what comes up with the air conditioner?
The one she had in there wasn't. I felt like it wasn't putting out cold enough air, so I said, "Let me buy another one for us to have, comfort."
Right.
You know. And then she's got this jerk that comes over all the time. He's constantly over there. You know. He's like a wedge in between our relationship.
Is that this fellow?
Yeah, I would believe so.
Okay, you have a relationship with her still? I thought you guys broke up.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
I broke up with her.
Okay.
You know? The guy's constantly there. You know, he's calling up at 7 o'clock in the morning to see if he can come over. She knows that she's got a boyfriend, you know, so why don't he just get lost? Okay. And I got sick of it. Okay. And then one time he calls up again, 7 o'clock in the morning. Christina, can I come over now? You know? And then my girlfriend at the time says, "Oh, yeah, you can come on over now, Joseph, as soon as the gets dressed and gets out of here." You know? So I said, you talk to me in front of him on the phone like that, it's over between us. That's it. The guy's constantly there. You know what I mean? I wasn't living there. I'd say that he was living there, and she was two-timing me,
Sounds like it, but okay.
Yeah.
But then you bought the air conditioner, and how long was the air conditioner there before you broke up?
I guess for a year. I have the...
Okay. So why does she have to pay you for the air conditioner? And then the fan came from your garage, or?
No, I bought it at a garage sale.
Okay. And then, so she has to pay you for these things. Why?
Why? Because I told her I wanted to break up with her, and that was during that heat wave that we had. And I'm not going to go sit outside sweating out there, okay, while those two are enjoying the cold air from the air conditioner I bought,
All right.
I'm trying to make a point, you know what I mean?
I know you're trying to make a point. I know you are. Talk to me and tell me your side of this thing.
He's telling wrong. He didn't dump me, I dumped him. I said, "You're not welcome back in my apartment." And I changed my phone number. He's very rude and mean and crude. And Joseph, he's my neighbor. I had 10 operations, and he helped me through most of them. That's why Joseph is my neighbor, and he helps me when I need his help.
Is he your boyfriend or no?
No.
Okay.
He could be my son. I called him my son.
Well, I was going to say, you go, girl. I don't know what, I'm not, who am I to judge?
You're the judge. I said, you're not welcome back anymore.
What was the problem between you two?
He didn't like me to have any friends. He didn't like me to talk to him. He's right across the hallway from me. When I yell, help, help, when my phone was broken, he's the one who called the police. I have police reports because I had no phone. That's when he threw me down on the
You
bed.
have a restraining order against him?
Yes, I do.
For what?
And an order of protection.
For what?
For bullying me, and he hit me. I had black and blue cheeks. I had black and blue feet, and I called the police because I'm scared of him, and he threatened us with death. He says I can buy a rifle without a permit and shoot you both. He put the pillow, I have it on the report, and he put the pillow over my face. I couldn't breathe, and I motioned like, get off of me, because I couldn't talk. And I said, what are you doing that for? And he was just so mean and aggressive. He says, because I want you to shut up. That's when I was yelling and screaming, help, help, help. And my neighbor heard, and they're the ones who called the police.
Did you press charges against him for domestic violence?
Yes.
And what's going on with that case? Is that pending right now?
Yes.
Hold on.
Wait. What is going on with that case? Do you have a lawyer?
Yeah.
And is that case pending, meaning it hasn't come to court yet?
It's over. I went to the court. I had a court-appointed attorney, and the district attorney was there, and they dismissed the case. Okay?
Was she there?
No, I don't believe so. Now, I didn't do mean harm to her. I just got a pillow.
She says you bruised
and
her
just put
face. She says you hit her.
I didn't hit her.
She's lying about that.
I didn't hit her. I didn't. She had a bruise on her face. You know what I mean? Because I was just trying to, tell her to be quiet. And she just kept on screaming.
My husband tells me to be quiet, and I don't end up with a bruise on my face.
Yes, you are.
Okay, because he's going to end up with a lot more than a bruise on his face. All right? I don't get it. So, no, you don't accidentally, she didn't fall when you told her to be quiet. And it's not a pillow fight. You didn't hit her with a pillow, like you said. When you're trying to smother somebody, that's very serious.
Right. I understand that. But I already went.
Why does she have to pay you for a gift you gave her because you don't like that there's another person in her life, whether it's a boyfriend or a neighbor or a friend or whatever else? Why does a gift become a loan that she's indebted to you on? Because if you loaned her money to buy an AC, or if you bought her an AC and you told her she had to pay you back for it, none of which you've ever said, all right, that's one thing. But if you buy an AC because you're living there and you're enjoying it for a whole year, to then when you guys break up say, oh, there's another guy there, so now I want you to pay for the AC, that's not how life works. You don't get to make a point through the court system.
Yes.
I know you're unhappy, but it is what it is. It happens to all of us. We don't all get to say what happens in our relationships. Sometimes they end before we want them to end. But that doesn't make a gift of an AC a year ago into a loan.
Right. I didn't exactly make it a gift. I just said I bought the air conditioner so we can both enjoy it.
Yeah. Did you exactly say, and you owe me $150 then a year earlier? Or did you just buy an air conditioner for the place you were living? By the way, did you ever pay rent? Did you ever pay rent?
No.
If you weren't working, how would you pay? So you were paying the rent?
I would give her money occasionally.
Pardon me. I pay the rent, I pay my utilities, I have my apartment, and I said, if you don't like it here, there's the door, and you may leave.
But how long did you have him living there without paying anything?
2 years.
What's wrong with you?
I was stupid for allowing that, because
You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000.
I don't know if I'll get it. I'm asking for the maximum.
Right.
Doesn't mean I'll receive it.
Well, that's true.
He harassed me all this time. I know Joseph in my building for the years.
Joseph, do you have any testimony that you want to share here today? Talk to me.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if two people are in a relationship, can one person have somebody else of the opposite sex just come over all the time and hang out? What do you think?
Absolutely not. It puts a bind in the relationship.
Does it? I mean, they can't just be friends?
I disagree. I think they can be friends as long as they're honest and faithful to each other and just let they know what is going on.
Okay, I'm going to you. What do you think? Can they do it?
No,
Why?
because it's awkward.
It's just automatically suspicious.
Yes, if you have someone around in the upset sex all the time, it's
They're going to bang, is what you're saying.
yes.
Going inside the courtroom.
The only reason why she had me around was because of him. Because of his violence, from his attitudes, from his judgmental, for no reason. Like, I can just be minding my business and already he wants to call like the names and stuff like that for no reason.
Did he call you? Are you saying
Yes,
that?
he called me like to her. He would say, "Why are you hanging around that?" Oh, he likes wearing your lipstick and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you saying? Like, I don't even know you from a hole in the wall. And then you're disrespecting me for no reason. Just because I'm hanging around her, helping her. I help her with like going to grocery stores because it's hard for her to walk. She have accidents and stuff like that. I just help her like that. And then for him to disrespect me for no reason, like, I didn't understand that at that point.
You have an audio apparently.
He does.
Can I hear it?
Yes.
This is an audio of what?
Of when he used to call me names
He
and
called
the way
me
he
white
talks
trash.
to her.
Did you tape him without him knowing, or did you?
I called him to tape it from my telephone
Okay.
at that time.
Okay, so it was a message he left on her phone?
It was a
He left
message
it
of
on
the-
my phone.
Okay, go ahead.
And I let him
Play it.
record it,
Play it.
from my phone.
Let them all see what a patient you really are, honey. A real piece of white trash that you are.
Turn it on. You want to say something?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
When I did call, you know, I had a few drinks in me, and I wasn't
Then
good
your
at-
true colors came out?
I wasn't, I said it out of anger. I wasn't going to do anything.
Okay, you know what? You gave her a gift. Leave her alone.
Okay.
It's done. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
You gave her a gift. It's over. You go your way. She goes hers. Now you have a $5,000 counterclaim for pain and suffering and harassment. You just want this guy to leave you alone, right?
Exactly.
Right. Leave her alone.
Yes,
because
Your
if you don't, you're going to jail, and it's going to be for a long time when you violate a restraining order. You got it?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's my judgment.
Thank you kindly.
So Judge Milian rules for the defendant here, and the plaintiff comes out into the hallway. Step on in. What's your feeling about what just went down in the courtroom?
I really believe that I should have gotten my air conditioner back or be paid for it because I believe I was entitled to it. You know?
Okay, well, the law felt otherwise, that it was a gift at the time and doesn't turn into a loan now. But do you think did you allow things to go a little bit too far?
Yeah, I guess I would suppose so. But what I didn't like is she always had that fella helping her out, but I could have taken her, you know what I mean?
So are you going to let her go her separate way and
Yeah,
you do the same?
that's it.
Okay,
It's over.
all right, okay. All right, right down this way.
Thank you.
Let's see what the defendant has to say about that.
Hello, how do you do?
Okay. All right, so you satisfied how this comes out? You stand right next to her, right?
Absolutely, because he lies a lot and he was taking advantage of my kindness. He's my neighbor
Why'd you allow him to do that?
because I was kind to him because he needed help, but he abused my kindness for stupidity.
Do you think you've seen the last of him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Harvey.
Okay, remember, if somebody is abusive toward you, generally in a relationship, it does not get better. You should really think about that and remember that. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.